darkness of the night. Show me your depths, your teeth, your light. The currents call my soul below, where your tentacles wrap in the night.
What's up?
Terrors grow.
Alrighty. What's up? The work is stressing you out. What the fuck is going on at work that's stressing you out?
I am not afraid. You're my anchor and my blade.
What is stressing you out at work? Let me guess, you got that creepy coworker that wants to fuck you. And he's like he's greasy and shit, like a fucking content creator from Weather Waves or some shit. He's being like,
wow, you're pretty good. Yeah, oh god, yeah. Would you like to go on a date and let me go ahead and raid your dungeon later? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want a cornholio, that cornhole, yeah.
Rest in peace.
so that's what happens when you get it wrong.
There's one time, you know, I was playing with my balls. Yeah. It was not November, right?
It's a good evening. A client wants their stuff done ASAP, but they barely gave any info for us to work with. Well, that kind of fucking sounds like a fucking client issue, and it'd be like, hey, clients, hey, listen, whoa. You want us to do what? Okay, where do we do this at? Let me restart again, because the game started to lag. Where do we... Oh, it's an update, that's why. It's an update. Like, what you want us to do? And then when they fucking don't tell you shit, you know what I fucking do? I'll tell you exactly what I tell one of my employees. I'll tell you exactly what I tell them. They didn't give any information for us to do it ASAP? Nope, okay. Did you contact them? Yep. Did anything happen? Nope, okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Razzie. I just gotta remember that before I start my live streams, I should actually restart Zenless because pretty much I leave it on 24/7. So I need to learn to reset it. Can't wait for you to react to my latest video. Oh boy. Is it the shitpost one of how you would fix ZZZ? Because like they were talking about this in the Discord and everybody was fucking laughing at it and everything. And it was like, you need to watch this, watch this. Like, watch what video? Then when I showed them, it was like, oh, you already watched it. It's like, yeah. Like, I watch all Resi shit.
Zenless Zone Zero.
We can watch it. I thought it was fucking hilarious. And you know what's sad is that like some certain content creators probably would end up taking this as like it'd be the most serious fucking thing in the world. Like, oh no, Resi has given up with fucking Zenless.
It's a gacha game. It's bad. It's objectively bad. If you think otherwise, then you're a fool and a gambling addict. But Resi, if the game is bad, then why do so many people play it? My answer to that is because MiHoYo keeps releasing agents that you can jerk off to. It's a very good marketing strategy if you ask me. Outside of that, Zenless Zone Zero is objectively a bad game. And in this video, I will explain exactly why it's bad. I will explain what's wrong with Zenless Zone Zero. So, if any of y'all work with MiHoYo out there, better take notes, buddy, because this will be some good advice that I'm about to tell you. Some people say that Zenless Zone Zero is dying, MiHoYo. But do not worry, for I am just a random billyman in the internet with no game design experience, therefore I am more than qualified to fix your game than you. So just listen up. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Let me play like this really quickly, guys. Let me play like this really quickly. Let me adjust my glasses up and down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, you might not have any like game design knowledge or anything like that, but like pretty much this is exactly what Zenless needs. They need people without a degree to tell them how to properly design their game. Okay? Rezi, we look forward to you to becoming a GN in Weather and Waves, Maine.
Hey Rezi, instead of complaining about the game, couldn't you just simply quit the game and play other games that you enjoy more? No! I'm enjoying my Gunner game. I mean my gacha game. Also, I'm enjoying my anger. And also, I've spent over $4,000 in this game buying monochromes, getting the agents and skin that I can jerk off to. The investment and sunk cost is too much to quit, so I'm locked in. I cannot leave and I never will. But before we get into the solution, let me introduce to you lootbar.gg. Greetings, fellow proxies. Are you planning on topping up and want...
Listen to it very carefully. By you doing this, you may get someone banned. There, like AJ put up a video on this, and he's just like, you know, we're promoting something that could actually get people's accounts banned. And it's like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Loot Bar, LDSHOP, all these top-up services. In all honesty, if MiHoYo actually, MiHoYo, Kuro, and all them was to ban all the fucking accounts that fucking used a top-up website, there would be no fucking players left. You would kill 99% of the fucking whales. And I guarantee that would kill the fucking game immediately if you just banned those accounts.
to save money? Look no further. let me introduce to you lootbar.gg.
Why skip the ad?
When topping up.
Look, you got a
Lootbar will save
code,
up
man.
to 30% of your money with their discounted deals. New users will also get a 10% off discount, and returning users also get a 5% and a 3% off coupon.
Here.
Lastly, Lootbar also has a limited time
Everybody,
sales and a
loot
guaranteed
up.
bundle
Use Reddit's
with
code.
huge discounts to get
Loot
that
up,
limited
loot up,
agent
loot
or
up.
W engine that you've been wanting. Lootbar also have an excellent rating in Trustpilot, 29k reviews on it, with 4.9 stars.
Give him the
rating.
money. Support your favorite content creator.
How to use Lootbar? First, pick the monochrome that you want.
Bro, did you ever fucking activate your fucking membership shit yet? You totally need to fucking do that. You know, like legitimately, you can actually run like copyright music and everything else. You don't have on your live streams and videos and everything, and you could just leave the membership thing up because you got over 1,000 subs, so you got the hours. So you should just do like the fucking join me button here, so that way people can support you.
Put your UID in the UID bar and select the server.
If you go into your YouTube studio and you go to monetization, like look really quickly how to let me teach you something. How to activate join button on YouTube. Creators must first be eligible, which you should be completely eligible for all that. Just go to your YouTube or studio, go to earn section, left hand corner, click on membership card, and if it's your first time, you need to agree to sign up for it. Set up your membership offer, launch it, all this, and boom, you get your fucking membership, you get your fucking money.
Region, then click top up now for the checkout.
It's not
If
showing
you're paid,
up.
The monochrome
Damn,
should be sent to your account in less than a minute. So what are you waiting for?
Oh, have you ever, okay, really quick. This is just ads anyway. Have you ever activated like monetization on your channel? Like you might have to go find that. Huh. I tell you what, later on when you're free and everything else and thing, let's just do like a screen share with it, and you can show me what you got on your side, and then that way we can go through all the fucking settings, because it should be a setting where you just go in there and activate the button. Like it should be super fucking simple. Like, God, why is it a 13-minute video to fucking show you how to activate a fucking goddamn button?
Buy me a coffee.
No one cares about this.
This is what you get. These are all. So there it is. So here is the directly from YouTube itself. All right, channel membership, YouTube Studio contact requirement. So
oh, this is a fucking useless video.
And but build a membership or
that's a fucking useless video. They're just telling you that you need to do this. That's not what the fuck we want. We'll look at it.
Check Lootbar with my link down in the description and comment down below. And save money when you top up by using Lootbar.
Well, in any case, we'll try to get your money through Lootbar then.
Let's go back to the video. Problem number 1. The agents. Guys, the first problem of Zenless Zone Zero are the agent roster. And honestly, I'm surprised nobody has mentioned it. Because if you take one look at the agent roster, well, the problem should be pretty obvious.
Wait, I got it. They're too busy jerking off. And they're all teenagers.
Guys, there's way too many agents. How do you expect a player to remember all these agents?
Even worse, you're right.
Did you know, according to science, the human brain can only remember up to 3 things. 3 things. And you expect people to remember all these agents in the game? That's absurd, Hoyo. Furthermore,
wait, go back on this?
Up to 3 things.
I never realized that. So that's why Weather and Wave players like Weather and Waves. You just need to know 3 buttons.
3 things.
Makes sense.
And you expect people to remember all these agents in the game? That's absurd, Hoyo. Furthermore, a lot of these agents have problems that make them objectively bad to play. So the first thing I would do in fixing Zenless Zone Zero is to cut down its roster. Now, the question is, who remains and who's leaving? We are going to remove all the bad agents in Zenless Zone Zero. Once we do that, Zenless Zone Zero will objectively be a better game.
Y'all ready for this?
First, we're removing defense agents, they're useless. Then we're removing Astroya because some players cries when you use her because apparently she's a crutch. Then we're removing Nicole because she's a scammer. Then we're removing Bernice because she's a pyromania. Then we're removing Yishuan because she have a bird. Birds. Then we're removing Trigger because she's blind. Who hired a blind sniper? Make that make sense. Then we're removing stunners. You don't need stunners, just run double attacker. Then we're removing rupture agents because they ignore defense, just like how the defense role got ignored. Then we're removing all the children agents. The game is rated T for teens, not B for babies. Then we're removing all the tyrant agents. I don't want to play as an animal, let me play as a man. Then we're removing Yuza because she's a prankster. Then we're removing Anton because he's a bro. Then we're removing Yugo because we removed the stunners. Then we're removing Ju1 clothes. We're removing Ju1 set and Chingy because they're the police. Ain't nobody the police. Just kidding, arrest me, Officer Ju1. Then we're removing Lucia because she's too goated. Now Jane. Now that's a fun agent. Just kidding, we're removing her because she's a rat. Then we're removing Alice because she's a bunny. Then we're removing Banue, Corin, Dylan, Ellen, Evelyn, Haramasa, Grace, Paninu, Harin, aka Soldier 11.
Okay,
Rina,
okay,
Cobra,
wait.
Piper,
I gotta pause right here. I am praying to God. Because look, I watched a little bit of this, but I'm gonna pray to God right here, okay? Please leave Miyabi. Because that would be like the best fucking thing to say is remove every single fucking age, just leave Miyabi because all you need is fucking Miyabi.
Magus, Sokaku, Vivian, Seed, Yanagi, Sonic, Raiden, Dilu, Butio, Dainsleaf, Sampo, Zanny, Carlotta, this blind guy, this guy, Eminem, Invisible, Sekiro, Malekith, Elden Beast.
Okay, we're getting worse than that.
And so we remove all the bad agents in Zenless Zone Zero. Not a lot remain, but these remaining agents still stayed. Yep, that is correct. We cut down the whole roster to 3 agents. Sanbi, Billy, and Hoshimi Miyabi. These 3 agents have the perfect combination, and it even helps MiHoYo selling business. We have Billy so the girls can goon, we have Sanbi so the guys can goon, and we have Miyabi, you know, she can just cover up for the people who wants to goon to tyrants. I think that these 3 agents are very essential to making Zenless Zone Zero objectively a good game.
Jesus
Anyways,
Christ.
now that we removed all the unnecessary
Jesus
agents,
Christ.
we can now move on to problem number 2, the enemies. Guys, since the beginning of the game, we've been fighting a lot of ethereals and sacrifices, aka bosses, right? It comes to my mind that we don't need a lot of these enemies, okay? We only need 1. Therefore, I will be removing all the enemies except for the creator. Problem number 3, agents designs. Now that we both cut the roster of agents to 3, I think it's time to revamp the designs. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is, you know, make Billy's jacket longer, and then after that we give Miyabi a cool coat, a pants as well. And then we change Sanbi's weapon to great swords instead of the double sword. And then, you know, give her a revolver as well. And after that, I don't know, maybe give her a cool jacket as well, and some pants.
And give her a
And
penis.
that leads us to the last problem. Problem number 4. The story. Guys, now that we fixed most of Zenless Zone Zero's problems, I think it is time to fix the last problem, okay? Which is story. Ever since 2.0, Zenless Zone Zero's story has been disliked by many. So the first thing I'm going to change is the plot of Zenless Zone Zero. You know, I don't know, maybe the creator is actually a powerful demon who created the Clifoth, and then a fake clone of Miyabi named M went to the Cunning Here's building and asked Billy and Abby for help to destroy the Clifoth and to stop
Oh my
the creator
fucking
from destroying
God,
the
someone
world.
played
Then,
Devil May Cry
after
5.
that, Billy, Abby, and M go to destroy the Clifoth and fight demons. Then they discovered that a demonified Miyabi was actually controlling the Clifoth, and the Clifoth is actually a tree, and Demon Miyabi is actually trying to get the fruit of that Clifoth to be a powerful, you know, to be more powerful. And then when Billy defeated Demon Miyabi, M suddenly stopped Billy from killing Demon Miyabi, and suddenly M and Demon Miyabi merged together, and then it turns out that M is actually Hoshimi Miyabi's human version.
Oh,
And
be
now
careful. Oh, okay, really quickly.
Billy from killing Demon Miyabi.
I am
and
not
suddenly
bullshitting
M
here what
and
I'm about to
Demon
say
Miyabi
here.
merged together.
Hold on.
And then it turns out that M is actually Hoshimi.
This picture right here. Be careful with this picture. Be fucking careful with this. Yo, hopefully the guy who quote unquote made this isn't gonna go after you. Because straight up, I actually used this picture one time, and I had an email that came to me from the person saying that if I did not fucking remove it, that they were going to copyright strike my channel. That they drew, quote unquote, drew the art and everything for this. I'm just letting you know.
Miyabi's human version. And now Miyabi has been revived and more powerful than ever, that she beat Billy in one shot and told him, "Heal your wounds, Billy."
Heal your wounds, Dante. Get strong.
And after that, Anby tried to chase Miyabi, but then Billy stopped her saying, "Anby, stop, you can't fight her." And Anby replied, "Why? Is it because I'm dead weight?"
At least the guy's nice
Billy
enough
answered back,
to
"No,
contact you first, though.
It's because she's your mother." Then Anby would be shocked and speechless, you know.
You don't get it. Let me guess. I'm dead weight? Well, you can show
not
it.
it, Hero.
What is it then?
He's your father!
What?
Miyabi's my father?
Huh? Then after that, Billy healed his wounds and went after Miyabi. Billy saw Miyabi sitting on a chair and then...
They fucked.
Hey Miyabi! Your void hunting days are over. Hand over Tailless!
If you want it, then you'll have to take it. But you already knew that.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
And with that, guys, we've done it. We fixed Zenless Zone Zero. Now we got an objectively good game base, in my opinion. So all in all,
There needs to be a
Miho,
part two to this.
You're welcome, okay?
Because
Now you know
you're
what to
missing so
implement to
much.
make Zenless
You're
Zone
missing
Zero
so
a better
much.
game, okay? You know, it's no problem, Mihoyo. Thank you all for listening. Hey guys, if you reached this far in the video, thank you. I don't really make this type of videos, but I really appreciate you guys for watching. And again, this video is just a joke, you know, for some people who don't get it. Okay, don't take this seriously. Okay?
Oh, I'm taking it fucking seriously as shit right
To be
now.
honest, lately I feel like there's a lot of negativity towards Zenless Zone Zero and, you know, its problems. So I thought, why not make a parody of a video using the so-called problems, you know, quote-unquote problems of Zenless Zone Zero. You know what I mean? Anyways, have a wonderful day and stay gooning. Zenless Zone...
Okay, so the biggest thing out of all this that you completely missed is that we should remove the events out of Zenless Zone Zero, because nobody wants events in their games. Nobody wants fucking, you know, the little mini games. All they want is combat. So you totally forgot about that. You should have completely talked about removing all of the combat events, because people just don't have time to play. I mean, excuse me, remove all the mini events because people just don't want to play mini games. So get rid of all the fucking events out the game. We should totally have that. My PC's taking a shit. My PC's dying. I mean, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. We need to talk about removing all HP inflation, stuff like this, that when we talk about our three characters, Miyabi, Billy, and Sambi, that there is no such thing as a power creep between any of them. They're all the strongest characters in the entire game. There cannot be a sense of power creep whatsoever. Zenless Zone Zero, one of the biggest failures that it has still to this day not fixed, is there is no exploration. So we should go ahead and convert Zenless Zone Zero from an instant-based game to an open-world game, and give all the characters a jump button. These are some of the things that I think you need to do a part 2 to this. I gave you 3 things right there. Remove all the events, give the game exploration, remove the power creep. And then Zenless Zone Zero becomes the perfect game. Also put a fucking guy who, put a green haired guy in there with a fucking spear and who fucking shoots out fucking double dragons and shit. Oh, you're back? Okay. So Rezi, there needs to be a part 2 to this. Okay? A part 2. You're forgetting so much shit right here. It's a good first attempt, okay? Very good first attempt. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. In Zenless, you need to remove all the events. That's another problem with the game. events are a huge problem. Look at what Curl did. Curl took out all of the events in the game pretty much and just left you with like 2 little like login events. That's all people want is login events. You just want click, 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 be done. Just leave that. Don't worry about combat events. Don't worry about mini games. Nobody has time for that. Just rip that shit out, throw it in the fucking garbage. You just fixed a problem right there with Zenless. Next thing, you need to get rid of all power creep in the game. So with Miyabi, with Billy, and with Sanby, all 3 of these characters are at the same exact level. One character does not feel stronger than the other character. And when it comes down to it, removing the power creep is amazing for something like Zenless Zone Zero, because then it gives the player who wants to play one of the 3 characters in Zenless Zone Zero that you could pull for on consistent rerun banners will always feel good from M0 to M6. Even an M6 Miyabi will not be able to power creep an M0 Billy. Just how it's got to be. And the third and final thing that you need to discuss and put into this game is that no one likes instant-based fucking action games. So we need to change Zenless Zone Zero's entire formula to exploration. And it needs to have a jump button for platforming. There you go. I just gave you a second video. And it also, in that second video, you need to go ahead and you need people to understand something in particular. Okay? In this chasm, here lies all the defensive agents that would have came. That we just buried them all in here because they're completely fucking useless. No, you don't even get it, Golly. Not even people want combat events. They just want login events. Like, we gotta make sure everybody feels fairly objective. We have to make sure everybody feels good, okay? Because you got people who do not want just the event-based combat. I mean, the mini game events, and you got people who don't want the combat events, and they want the mini. So you know what? The best way of solving that problem is just like a parent to a child. Remove it. Remove it. You got 2 kids that's fighting over a fucking toy. They're fighting over who's better, the Green Ranger or the Red Ranger. You fucking remove it. Neither one's better. Because if it doesn't exist, how can it be better? That's the way I would handle it. God, there's actual people who took this fucking shit seriously. St. Tonis yapping for a whole 10 minutes straight. I thought this actually was a serious video for a minute, then I realized what was going on. This was objectively save ZZZ, objectively a valid video, totally 1000% agree. Thanks for lending me your bukkake yesterday. Rezzy's got a bukkake? God damn. Man, this is so cursed. I laughed multiple times, especially to rewrite the part of the story. Something tells me valid video, agree with the changes, but kind of feel like it reminded me of something. That is a valid video. I would also change the name of the game. It's quite long. It doesn't fit the story anyway. In my opinion, Agent May Cry would objectively be a better wait. Are we actually hitting people who might actually agree with this? At least it's only like one or two maybe that actually agree. The rest all knows is fucking rage bait. They all know it's just for fun and games. And you know what's fucking hilarious about this? You know what's actually hilarious about this? Is a video like this made about weather and waves back like 6 months ago, like in all honesty, would have been met with so much negativity that the comment section wouldn't have found it funny. Like, if someone would have made a video like this about WUWA, about, like, you know, just make a fucking joke video and call fucking WUWA shit and everything else like that, and just say, like, the story and all this is that, that comment section would be on fucking fire. I shit you not. Tomorrow I gotta go take a 2.5 hour trip tomorrow. I won't be back till tomorrow afternoon because I'll leave first thing in the morning on my fucking holiday. I do not want to do this, but my mother needs me, and I'm gonna have to do that. Fuck. Let me open up something. I want to see what was it. There's some things I want to talk about, but what was I want to actually talk about? What's sad is that I write down my fucking shit here. I'm gonna save that for later. I want to see DA. I want to see the DA reset before I talk about that shit. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't have to depend on who makes what video. Like in all honesty, it shouldn't depend. Content creation is content creation at the end of the fucking day. Whether it's drama, whether it's a shit video, whether it's a shit post, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, what I fucking don't like particularly, okay? Like, let's have this conversation for a second, right? Like, what I particularly am a person that looks at content creation, right? And you look at something like this. You look at different videos, you go through them, you're scrolling down, you're looking at a couple of different types. Zenless Zone Zero is pretty much the spot that I will say that a lot of the content, none of it's really drama focused. You know, it's been getting there a little bit, but let's be honest, that was stirred up by other sides. But in general, like when I look at ZZZ content, it's comics, it's little meme postings, it's guides, it's just gooning, it's titties, it's ass all in your face. That's really what it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you look at, like, you know, other content creation in a sense, you look at other stuff, you know, it's starting to look like it's getting there to a certain degree, but a lot of it, the center focus on it is about like the dramas, the different things. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem that I have, and this was a problem that I had within the Weather and Waves community, okay, when I was really stuffing myself into it, glazing it and playing it, is that when you have criticisms in particular, you're not allowed to have a criticism, right? You're not allowed to objectively criticize Weather and Waves, and that's it. Like, you are a bad person if you do this. If you criticize something to any degree, it's like you've committed treason. And one of the things is that, like, when I used to talk to a couple of different Weather Wave content creators, the biggest thing that we all came to a conclusion on was it felt a lot like there was a council of content creators. And you know who the hell I'm talking about, but there was a council that was there. And these are the people you have to go and talk to first before you can make any types of criticism. Because if you don't, and they do not approve on it, they're going to go after you. They're going to make you into a mockery. They're going to go ahead and turn your video into garbage, to where the thing about content creation, the thing about talking about video games, the thing about talking about anything you're reviewing or criticizing or discussing is that it all is based on subjective opinions. There is some fact to it, but majority of the time, here is the deal that I don't think many people understand. Even factual opinions that someone is going to tell you that has some data revolved around it and stuff like this gets exaggerated to a certain level. It's not always going to be 100% factual. There's going to be some merit to it that is going to be over exaggerated to a degree. And that's why, like, you know, I've always met, like, you know, when someone tells me right now, right, that they don't like ZZZ's story because ZZZ's story is boring to them. Okay. I mean, if you find it's boring, you find it's boring. I'm not going to fight that. You got, like, right now, Gotcha Smack, they made a video about weather and waves. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen it. And pretty much he's made the declaration on it and his personal subjective opinion that pretty much Kuro is wanting to focus heavily on the story, and that 2.7 and 2.8, just like 2.7, is going to be pretty much dry. And that's just how it's going to be. And that, you know what? The games, like he best well explained it, is gotcha games aren't made to be played hours on top of hours every single day and be treated like a general live service video game network side like Call of Duty or something. It's not supposed to be treated like League of Legends. It's not supposed to be treated like Devil May Cry. It's not a game that you're supposed to be sinking hours on top of hours of your teeth into it. However, you got some people out there who's going to remark that, what if I don't want to play this? What if I don't want to play that gotcha game? What if I don't want to play this gotcha game? There's nothing for me to play except for something that I like. And why can the thing that I not like have stuff into it? That's a valid opinion. The first opinion is valid. The second opinion is valid. But why do we have to make it such a big deal that two subjective opinions, we have to fight them? They have to be fought against. Just because you may think that ZZZ's story is pretty fucking bad and 1.01 was better and 2.0's story is dog shit, okay, that is objectively your opinion. I went through all of 1.0's story myself. I went through everything, and I'm going to tell you that so far I'm enjoying 2.0's story. I do find that there's some mid moments, just like 1.0 had fucking mid moments. I find there's some hype moments, just like 1.0 had some hype moments. I'm following the story. I think it's very well narrated. I'm just saying that we're getting to the part to where we're getting into 2.4. We're going to get to 2.5. We're going to get all the way to what? Maybe like 2.7, 2.8. The story's not even done yet. And if I would have looked at, you know, ZZZ for what it had offered all the way to 2.3, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think the story to 2.3 was from 1.0 to 1.3 was all that great either. It had some of the moments, but it had some good moments in it, but a lot of it just felt like fluff. And it was just didn't appeal to me at that time either. That's why, like I said, I mean, when we look at different things, we as people, I think that objectively speaking, it's best to take a look and truly just understand that, you know what? Your opinion, my opinion, this person's opinion is all different. And in general, the one thing that we can all agree upon is that from all of these different opinions, we are trying our best to make Zenless better in some way, shape, form. It's just that in some cases, I do feel like some people just don't want to give an inch. They just want to take a mile. And what I mean by this is that you're not going to be able to please everybody, right? Sometimes we have to indubitably compromise. Sometimes you got to let something go. Like, if you don't want to, like, it would be like saying that, okay, you have a choice, shield buffs or HP inflation. Okay, if we remove HP inflation, then we're gonna make it to where there's no more universal buffing, and we're just gonna make all the buffing shield. I'm not saying that that's going to actually happen, but like my thought pattern is that we as a community, when it comes to these games, when it comes to different things, we can't just be selfish and have what we always want. Sometimes we have to compromise. And we have to understand that, you know what some people, what I want when I see this type of commentary and everything else might not be exactly what I want, but I can agree to as well disagree, but I can, you know, just in truth, be all right with it. Like, I think that's like one of the biggest things that I have heard of, like I see recently, that doesn't particularly adapt well, is that people aren't willing to compromise. Let's be honest, the entire player base, all of us are just completely fucking selfish. We just want what we want. We don't care what other people want. We care about what we want. And that don't fucking work. That honestly doesn't work. Like 2.5, let's be honest here. 2.5's update. There's going to be people out there who's not going to fucking like it. It's like I made the mention with Weather and Waves. I want to see more of like what ZZZ is going to do with a co-op PvE scenario or a PvP or something. That I wanted more co-op in the game. You know what I was faced with? People who said that they didn't want it and that they would stop playing Weather and Waves and everything if it would enforce that because they were antisocial. And I'm just like, well, it's just something you don't play then. But if it was in the game, according to them, they would feel, quote unquote, obligated to have to play it, and it feels like it would be forced upon them. Will I make a video about the dev talk? I actually do plan to. I was supposed to do that today, but I didn't do that today. I think the fucking dev talk was fucking good as shit. Like, I actually made a thumbnail and everything for it while I was at work. I just haven't fucking made the video. Where pretty much the title of that video is going to be The Devs Listened. And it's to basically say like this, like right here, the turning point, the dev talk is what my fucking point has fucking been with games like Weather and Waves and ZZZ. The fucking shit cannot be done next fucking month. So when you got a problem in fucking 2.1, they can't fix the fucking shit for 2.2. That development takes goddamn time. And you see what happens when, you know, all these people who doom post and different things, you give it a couple of months and guess the fuck what? Everybody who's seen everything with the dev talk, a mass majority of them is losing their fucking minds. Like, holy shit, this is so much good shit. This is so fucking amazing. This is like a new fucking relaunch of the fucking game. It's like, let the fucking... give the development team fucking time to fucking do something. When you're going from fucking 2.0 to 2.1 to 2.2 to 2.3, in all honesty, that development chain has already been established well beforehand. Like, a lot of people, I think, they think that these patches are fucking made the month prior before being released. That there's no fucking way that these patches are made completely in advance and that they're just throwing shit together. The only thing that they're throwing together is the bosses and the fucking characters pretty much they have planned already, that they have done probably 80% of the work and they want a beta test. That is the final phase of their development for that patch, and they want to save that part for the actual audience who plays the game to help balance out the characters, to play the closed beta and give feedback on. Otherwise than that, the stages, the story, the events, all this other stuff that's already been planned out, ready to go. You're not just going to deviate and just, you know, take something out or add something in the following month. Taking co-op and then fucking working this entire process. They talked about co-op in 2.1. They said that they wanted to do co-op, that they were looking at. This is something I'm pretty sure they've been talking about since last fucking year, that they've been trying to find a way of implementing it. You have to let the big things like this, you have to understand that it takes time for that to come in. A lot of fucking people, like I said, they straight up just, in all fucking honesty, I feel like they think that these fucking patches or whatever is made this month for next month. That they got a fucking Chinese development team that's like Studio fucking Mappa that does not have vacation days. That they're tired, that they don't see their family. They're working in a fucking warehouse and their job is to sit there for 24/7 and just develop. Like, I said this shit for fucking Weather and Waves. It's like, look, like right now, I am sure Weather and Waves is the same fucking format, is that it takes time to build things, man. You just don't get shit immediately. But regardless, I'm just a fucking idiot content creator. I'm just a person who just lacks fucking knowledge. But yet, I'm the person who's reading fucking leaks and reading about potential awakenings, and I got a fucking chat of 2 or 3 different people saying that it's going to be behind a fucking paywall, and I'm asking the fucking question, well, what are we considering a fucking paywall? If we're talking monochromes, yeah, that would be fucking scummy as shit. I probably would even stop playing ZZ at that point. If we're talking polychromes, I think it actually... it's a currency that you can get in the game for free, and it gives you an option whether or not to build up an existing unit or to fucking go ahead and pull for a new unit. It's an existing currency that you don't have to pay for. And you know what? It's like I stated, is that I don't think that's the route it's going to go. I think they're going to have a whole new fucking currency. They're going to put a whole brand fucking new currency in this game, and it's going to be relatively working for the potential system. that you're just gonna have to grind it out. And I was met with like, how many fucking people tell me I'm fucking wrong? But it makes more sense with all the shit that they're adding into 2.5. It makes more sense that they are going to introduce a grinding system for players to engage with the game longer. That you got to understand, okay? I come from a development background with applications, okay? I used to manage and build educational fucking applications with a team of 5 people for the education system. And one of the things about it is that I'm pretty sure that application and game development is very closely related. They're not the same, but they're very closely related on the marks that they have to hit. And in general, when it comes to certain things, you know, if you're going to introduce in like Zenless Zone Zero, a new co-op feature, a bounty system, all this other stuff, you're going to try to employ all this stuff that's going on. It's not all about monetization in terms of you spending money. I think a lot of people forget about something. That Hoyoverse, that ZZZ, is probably also going to get money from free-to-play players who just sit there on the game to where they can actually go ahead. The more people play in the game, who even if they don't spend money in the game at all, they can use the data saying that, hey, look, we got 1 million players who are playing the game to a potential investor who's going to do a crossover with them. That they can go to a fucking place like Capcom, sit down with the Street Fighter devs and say, we want to do a crossover with Street Fighter. This is how many players that we got playing our game. Not how much money we made, how many players we have playing the game. That regardless of anything, having butts in the seat actually also fucking matters. Like I said, there's office politics. There's different things that goes around the plate. And I'm not going to be a person who's going to sit here and tell you exactly what the devs are doing is good or fucking bad or fucking full of shit. Unless otherwise it could be really fucking showcased. Like, otherwise than that, if it's something that potentially I am looking at, I'm going to say, hey, look, let the devs cook. Let's see what happens. Because in all honesty, again, there's other methods of making money in a game that maybe does. How do you think some of these gacha games probably fucking stay alive? That you take a look at the gacha PvP at the end of the thing, you're like, dude, this game only made like 10 fucking grand last month for fucking One Punch Man. How the fuck does this game still exist? Why they're still updating a game that's only making 100K? They're not making a profit. Like, what the fuck's going on? It's because probably there's some kind of promotional fucking dealings that's going on in the background that legitimately, like, you really think, let me put it like this. Let me situate it like this. You really think that Razer, one of the biggest fucking accessory creators for headsets, mice, keyboards, and shit like this, that people will consider, you know, I don't consider it no more this way, but will consider, you know, that a high premium luxury item. You really think that they're going to fucking go ahead and work with Zenless Zone Zero if the fucking game is dying? Do you really think that they're going to do a crossover and make a Miyabi fucking gaming chair, make a Miyabi fucking mouse pad, fucking keyboard, and a fucking mouse and a headset with fucking Hoyo versus Zenless Zone Zero because they just want to fucking do it? No. Most likely, that was a deal that was struck between MiHoYo and Razer on what percentage value each is going to make. And at the same point in time, it wasn't a gamble because these companies don't take gambles. Zenless had to provide some kind of statistic. And that most likely would have been the average number of players that is playing Zenless Zone Zero. Because otherwise, if I was Razer, and I would be someone who's more informative about the gacha marketing and shit like this, even if they would try to present to me players, you know, how many players they played, I think I would say, fuck you, I want Genshin. Fuck you, I want Honkai Star Rail. I don't want ZZZ. We'll make accessories for them, not for ZZZ. Again, ZZZ, the devs, their marketing teams and everything else has to go ahead and utilize different statistical data to be able to perform these deals. And it's not just about how much fucking money they made. It's about how many downloads did the game have? How much of a potential audience is going to buy from Razer these keyboards, these mice, and these chairs and everything? How many people are we expecting? And that way we can see if it's worth the production cost to even produce it. Why it like that is where like my thought pattern is when it comes into business. Like there is going to be certain products, certain things like, you know, in general that a company is going to look at, but they're going to need some kind of a backing to justify doing something. Hey, Capcom Street Fighter development team might want to fucking do a crossover with fucking ZZZ. They might want to do it, but the fucking goddamn actual corporate heads over there at Capcom's looking at Zenless Zone Zero and saying like, whoa, this game doesn't do as well on paper as Genshin or Honkai Star Rail. And we really do not want to involve our trademark IPs, our intellectual property in Zenless Zone Zero at this point in time. Just because we don't want to be the reason why you make money. You got to show us that, you know what, there is a value for a partnership here. And again, butts in seats playing the game is just as valuable as butts in the seat using a credit card and swiping to get somewhere. So yeah. Like that's why I say like Zenless I think is in a good spot. I think 2.5 is really going to showcase a lot more about this game than what people are expecting. Like if I actually had to put my predictions about everything that ZZZ is doing right now for 2.5 in particular, we got one more patch, which I'm going to be honest, it kind of sucks. I kind of wish they would mix this with 2.4, but I know like they are in a sense, but they're not. All the good shit's going to come in 2.5. But man, I can't wait to sink my teeth into 2.5 because it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be another quote unquote relaunch, right, of the game. But, and I can agree with that. Like, I can agree with the idea that it's going to be a relaunch. But what they're going to be pushing, if the devs do it right, what they're going to be pushing, bro, this is going to be fantastic. Like, there is so much of a fucking potential that could be done with this that it's pathetic. Just thinking about like one part of this, the potential awakenings of characters. Even though like you get like, okay, you unlock potential 1, you get a new ability, and then potentials 2 through 6 upgrades that ability, right? That's not saying that they can't make a potential 2 that's also upgraded to 6 to where they can advance and increase the moveset of characters, make older and newer units always functional in the content. They could potentially change to where you have to select your, like, they can make it, and this is what I would hope for. This is something I would hope for, and this would take some time. But every character needs a potential. Even Miyabi. Okay? Even the A-rank agents would need this. Potentially, they're not going to buff the A-rank agents. But I feel like they should. They should buff them. What I'm thinking is that what's so cool about the entire thing surrounding the potential system is that they could legitimately make it to where it's a toggle bar. Like, I would actually tell them they would need to probably change the placement of it because it's at the bottom of the screen, right? And I would tell them that I would change the placement of it and actually put it into skills to where, you know, like how you have A, B, C, D, E, F and everything, that I would make a whole new fucking little fucking bar menu here in particular. And this is future wise. This is not right now, but it would be like potential 1, potential 2, potential 3, potential 4, potential 5, potential 6, whatever. And depending on the boss you're going to fight, depending on the content you're going to go in, you're only allowed to activate one of these particular potentials, which gives you an additional ability and changes that character's play style. So when a character's like, every time you're going to be like, well, you know what? I'm going to be facing, let's say, Butcher. And for Yadhari, her potential 3 is her best fucking choice against that content. So I'm going to turn on potential 3 and every other potential's off. Oh, I'm going to be facing an uphill battle. Well, you know what? None of these other potentials are going to work for me, so I might as well activate 6 in order to increase my damage, to where each potential is like you setting a move, setting an ability that it kind of feels like in that sense, like League of Legends in a sense. I would feel like back in the day, I'm not sure they still do this, where you go into the masteries listing and you're basically selecting your mastery. So you can give like your character an additional AP, you give your character additional armor, additional health, like a better starting for your stuff. Like, to me, there's a mass potential that you can to where you can actually technically make this to where you're customizing the character more and more. That's why, like, you could turn them off and you could play vanilla version of the character. You could turn them on and you can turn on like version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5 of the fucking character, to where in particular certain content might be better if you're using potential 1 versus potential 3. Maybe using potential 3 would help better than using any of the other potentials. Like, now you're introducing Pandora's box of potential. Like, ZZZ 2.5 is introducing a system that can evolve in multiple different ways. And that's actually the what I'm going to say is the most exciting part behind it. Yeah, like Kazac's passive, you could choose which evolve bases in the game. Yes, something like that, where you're not allowed to choose before you go start. You select your team. Maybe there's one where, you know what, they changed Lighter. You know how they have it to where Lighter's going to be able to, with his co-op mechanism, they turn that into a fucking potential. They make that like his second potential, whatever, to where, okay, we're going to change his base kit around the potential that instead of him, you know, with punch and jabs, the target's ice and fire resistance is going to be reduced by 15%. Potential 2 is going to make it to where electric and physical are reduced by 15%. And then there's a potential 3 that comes out a couple years later down the road, which completely takes us out and can basically turn fucking Lighter into a full-fledged DPS. Maybe there's one that will increase his days meter buildup. Maybe there'll be one that would increase something like his like he would increase the stun damage multiplier by fucking an additional fucking 50% or something. There's now, with the awakening system and introducing a system that will potentially change how a character plays. If you work on this, you build on this, and you just don't have one potential, you add 2 potentials, 3 potentials, 4. You add, as the content of the game grows, as HP inflation evolves, as the evolution of content happens, now we have the ability to rework characters to specifically work around that evolution of content. But we also have the ability to make it to where that character can go back to the past, because maybe that new evolution of content would only work against the new content, but it wouldn't work against the old content. So then you're still able to go back to the old way for the older content when it rotates in. Like, I would put it like this, okay? Let's say who could I use for a fucking primary fucking example of what my thought pattern is, right? Let's take Hoshibi let's take fucking goddamn Sushiro Miyabi here, right? We have a girl that fucking that applies frostbite to enemies. She does that frostbite damage, right? She has the ability, you know, to go ahead and ignore 30% the ice resistance. What if the new content comes out that, you know, frostbite, that when she's applying the frostbite damage, in particular for kit, is nerfed to where it's immune. She goes against the Wandering Hunter. Not only is he non-freezable, but no longer frostbite works. But you have a potential that changes to where, you know what? We're taking away frostbite anyway with this potential, and we're going to change it to where, I don't fucking know, it does something complete. It ignores defense by, like, for every stack, it ignores defensive, ice resisted defense by fucking 5%. That they could change the kit through potential. Now, when Bringer comes back around, you're going to want the fucking frostbite fucking shit. You know, that this right here is not going to particularly be suited for fucking Bringer, so you switch it back to the old fucking goddamn system. You go back to vanilla fucking Miyabi. But for the new content, you switch her to her new potential, because her new potential is going to be basically preventing power creep from fucking hurting her too hard. I'm talking about in general the game, not just in co-op. I'm talking about general game with the how they're taking agents and they're giving them potentials, because this is a system that, the way I look at it, you got infinite possibilities. You got a system that is going to allow you to basically grind, build upon it, and potentially change the way you can basically change the way a character plays, how they work. Maybe again, in the terms of like how ZZZ, how combat works in the game, how different things go about. Maybe a future potential might not be the best, might not be the best for older content as the vanilla version of the character would be. And that's why you'll have the ability to turn it off and turn it on. Now you're getting the ability to customize your character beyond the kit. That if the devs see that there is a problem with a character, and that character in particular is not functioning to a certain degree with said content, they could always introduce a new potential, not just like 1 through 6. They just, you have potential. Yeah, potential 1 that goes up to 6. You introduce potential 2 that goes up to 6. That goes up to a M6 status that you're able to grind. You can introduce a potential 3. So that way, no matter if you're in version 3.0 of the game, no matter if you're in version 4.0 of the game, you are relatively able to change how a character works. They can do so much with this. This is a way of even fixing defense agents. Maybe their potentials takes away defense. It does what Dwarf Rant said. Makes it to where they changed them from a defense agent to a fucking attack, a stunner, and a support agent. An anomaly class. Like, I'm not looking at potential as like, okay, they're only going to shove one potential in the game for each character and that's it. I'm looking at it to where there's a possibility they're going to shove the first potential in the game for each character. And if they wanted to, they could fucking do 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6. They could do 10. They could do 20. And then now you have to select what potential is best suited for your gameplay style. What potential that changes the character is best suited for you and what you're going up against. It's like a loadout. It's just now we have a toggle switch that says, hey, look, how do you want to play Miyabi? How do you want to play Hugo?
Please forgive me.
How do you want to play Evelyn? Like that's as far as the potential system could go. The potential system, as long as ZZZ stays alive, as does an EOS, they could make potential special awakening potentials for a character, not just limited to one. That means that they can legitimately upgrade the characters throughout all the content. Can I check when the Vivian Pulling event ends? It ends after 2.4 is over. 48 days. Yeah, 48 days remaining. Exactly. Like what you just say, Jaylee, is what if maybe a potential makes Frostfire marked enemies can be freezable? That's a potential that, you know what, they see Miyabi's slightly, falling off. They can introduce something like that would make her fucking stronger. This way, when you're going to, and you see, I think that this is the devs. Let me put it this way. I think this is also the devs taking notes from HSR and Genshin. That they don't want ZZZ to be another HP inflated fucking mess, as a lot of people claim with those games. that this is another way of fixing the problem before the problem becomes a problem. That's why, like 2.5, like straight up, I'm super excited to see what actually happens. Because it's the dawn of where the game is going to potentially show us where it's going, what direction it's going in. And that's why I'm so excited about it. It kind of sucks that 2.4 is in the middle of this. But like I said this in my Discord to Argo when we had our call this afternoon. And I said this to Chris. The devs can't fuck up 2.5. And I'm going to in particularly talk about one section of this. This one part of this entire content that cannot get fucked. And this is a me issue rather than anything else. The thing that I'm going to say that cannot get fucked around with, that needs to be, if you're going to introduce it like they're claiming, that needs a lot of tender love and care to it, is going to be the co-op mode. And what I mean by this is that I don't want a co-op mode that you give me 3 bosses and then for the next 6 months I'm fighting the same fucking 3 bosses. That I'm doing the same content, the same shit for 6 months straight. And it's not recycling. It's not resetting. It's not being different. Because for the first couple of weeks, it's going to be fun. But if it's the same shit that I've done for the last couple of weeks, over and over and over, it doesn't become fun no more. That's why it needs to. I hope that it's going to be something that is very universal, to where we could just select any of the bosses that comes in. Number one, to where everything is open, and then that's fine. Or B, if you're going to make it, kind of like Shiyu Defense, or you're going to make it like Deadly Assault, where it's going to be limited, then if you're going to make it limited, it better be recyclable. To where like once a month the co-op changes. Something changes about co-op every 2 weeks, every month, something to that degree to keep it fresh. Because the longer it stays fresh and the longer it just keeps being different, that is where the fun's going to come into. That is my only issue. Either A, open it up wide up to where, you know what? Every bit of content, whatever, event mode, whatever they want to call it, we select on. That, hey, we pick our in-game boss, and we can pick from all the bosses in the game. That's our in-game boss, and our job is to go achieve that goal. I'm fine with that. Make it completely wide open. Then at that point in time, you don't have to recycle as much. But I'm thinking, since this is a gacha game, and I'm thinking since it is, relatively going to be new, they're going to limit it. It'll be like 1 boss, 2 bosses, maybe 3 bosses. And if that's the case, and it's going to be limited of what we can be allowed to do and what's going to happen, then you need to make sure that it has on a regular cycle of being rotated. Because Devil May Cry Peak of Combat did, I'm going to point it out like this. I played Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, right? I played it for the network aspect mostly. It was great. The PvE was great. But when I fight in the same fucking 3 bosses in a row every single day for 6 months straight, and they don't introduce it, they don't rotate it, they don't do nothing, it's the same exact 3 bosses. So that means that I could just go in there with Judgment Cut Virgil and just fucking dismantle it by myself. Relatively speaking, it gets boring. After 6 months, they introduced new bosses after that. Guess what? It was cool. It was great. It was something new. And that's why one of our biggest complaints is that what they should have done with that game mode is they should have rotated the bosses. This week is these bosses. Next week is that bosses. Every Monday it resets. Keep it rotating. Keep it fresh. Because once it becomes stale, nobody wants to touch it. I mean, that's just like my personal opinion. That is why, like I said, I want to see how co-op, when we get closer, I'm sure we're going to see with the beta, we're going to see the leaks about it. We're going to see more information about it. But I want to see in general how they're handling that. Because that's going to determine to me where the future of the game's going to go at as well. But since ZZZ, it's an instance-based game, it's not an open world game. Co-op is particularly co-op, PvP mode, different things like this. Network gameplay in general, I feel is exactly the way that they should be going. It is 100% the best route to make people want to play it more. But I also have to ask the question here. There is one particular question to this that I have to ask. What is the cost? What is the cost for all this shit that's coming in 2.5? Because I'll put it like this. What I mean by that is that for 2.5 for this to happen, there's something else that, relatively speaking, I am wondering if something else is going to be given up on. What is the sacrifice? Because when I'm talking about like cost, I'm talking about like not money cost. I'm talking about, are they going to limit how many events we're going to get? Like, are the events going to start dropping a little bit? Is there going to be less going on with the patches after that? Like, are they going to focus more on the co-op? Or is this just them thrown in here and to be done and over and move on? So there's always a consequence to an action. My question is what's the consequence to 2.5? And the only reason why I'm bringing that up, the only reason why I'm saying that is because I want to keep my expectations realistic. If that makes sense. I don't want to be that person that's going to think that, oh God, 2.5 most exciting fucking shit in the world. Oh my God, it's going to cook. It's going to kill it. No, I want to be realistic. Oh, today's apparently Nicole's birthday. God, that is so fucking hilarious. That is so fucking hilarious. The new animations for Grace is fucking amazing. And the bitch group stem. I might actually start playing Grace, man. Soldier 11 actually looks fucking fun. The new animations look really good. Like, it looks like fucking Nero. And then there's going to be a guild system that they're implementing so we can actually build a fucking guild. I don't expect no one to join our guild. Because I'm going to make the retard clan. Jesus Christ, that fucking winking in, bro. Our fucking little Cloud Strife here. Like, from my understanding, she flies in this case of nothing but fucking like swords is stuck inside here. And like, I'm thinking, all I can think of is like Cloud Strife at that point. Co-op agent reworks for like lighter. All stat buffs provided by lighter, the exclusive to ice and fire, will now apply to electric, physical, and ether damage as well. Like, and the buffs after this DA is going to be better. They're going to be all more universal. So the devs are listening there as well. Like, again, it takes time for this shit to fucking be implemented. Well, I think like a lot of people's concerns that was there fucking like 2 months ago, 3 months ago is going to be relatively fucking fixed now. Actually, you're excited for any fucking man. Any man with fucking giant ass fucking pecs, you're fucking totally in for them. You probably want to be totalized by Hugo as well. And then he goes right behind you like Twilight, and he's just like, I'll be your Edward. And he bites your neck, and then you fucking will shiver. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Totalized back shots. There you go. Like, no, I'm fucking super excited. You know what's sad, though? Like, not sad, but I'm going to tell y'all something, right? I probably shouldn't do this. I can hide the stream later, right? You know you can go play fucking 2.4 right now, right? I wouldn't recommend streaming it or anything because then you get caught in all that kind of shit. But if you go look right here at the bottom where it says server room, reverse rooms, join us on Discord, like you can go download the client right now. You can go download the repositories and everything else. And you go talk to the people in there and they're going to teach you and everything how to get into it. It's not official. It's just a hacked version of the game. Like, this is a clone of the closed beta. This is not the closed beta. It's the closed beta, but it's not the closed beta. It's not official. They just copied the closed beta and they hacked it to where you can access it. I mean, the entire Discord has an entire thing about like an entire support page, the downloads, like how to download everything, you know, for each update, everything else. It's a server emulator, right? It's updated to support the latest betas version of the game. It's built with dial-ins and is now also available. You download it, you use the client patch, bam. You got reserved rooms where you're going to be accessing. And again, worst case is you talk to the people. They got a whole entire support channel right here, and how to use the mods, how to access it, the connection errors, and they'll tell you. Like I joined on like this right here, where you see like how it's got the Chinese letterings and everything here, showing like the new phone fucking UI. It says UID 1. This is the beta. This is someone fucking recording off the closed beta. This, where they're fighting and doing all this shit right here, is an emulation of the beta. It's not official. I want to make a DPS lighter. Like I'm just basically letting you guys know that. Like when I found that out myself, I was like, oh shit. So you just tell me if I really want to right now, I could go play Banyu. I can go play the fucking beta right now. I can go play all the fucking characters and such. I don't know what's like completely unlocked or what's thing, but from my understanding, you can unlock all the characters to M6. You could test it from M0 to M6. You could do all this other good shit. Everything's pretty much unlocked. I guess you got an infinite amount of fucking dennies for fucking discs and shit like this. Like an infinite amount of fucking resources that you can use. It's just like the beta or whatever, I'm guessing. And hey, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's funny how soon Saint quit the game that they started making all these changes for the better. I mean, I think it's funny that Weather and Ways ended up getting less and less and less content because they're revamping for their own fucking relaunch. And he's already straight up doom posting the shit out of WUWA when all it's doing is preparing for a relaunch. And then ZZZ is preparing for its relaunch. Like, all of this is really amazing. Yeah, he was talking shit, like, from my understanding and from what people were saying. But at the same point in time, from what people were telling me when he was talking shit about ZZZ, that he also looked very well defeated, because it's like, wow. So the ZZ devs are actually doing things, but my game's not. You know what's funny? Yinland actually it was leaked out a while back because people found it in the data mine for Yinland, that Yinland was supposed to is supposed to be getting a buff in the game. When it's going to happen, no idea, but she is the first candidate that's supposed to get a whole new ability, just like fucking ZZZ, that she's supposed to get a buff that is going to give her invulnerability frames, and she's supposed to get like this new leap attack and stuff like this that is supposed to work with her. That she was supposed to be the first character that they were going to be basically doing buffing for, like Ellen Joe. So Grace is a W. I mean, fucking Grace is fucking goddamn. Let's go look at Grace again. And you tell me. Let's look at Grace's new animation. We have that. Wait, not this one. This one right here. We go to this one. Pause this one. We have it to where Grace now fucking collectively sucks in with a fucking grenade a group of enemies. Like, that right there is a fucking W to where we can now just suck in enemies into a fucking one spot. So we got grouping. She's got the fuck grenades that she just keep flashbanging. Soldier 11's got the Nero fucking the Red Queen fucking ability to fucking charge her attack. And then it has like these parry abilities that's built in. So I'm just saying, I think it's really fucking good. That's what I said. I think Soldier 11 looks a lot more fun now. Now I might actually use Soldier 11. Because my Soldier 11, I believe, is level 60. I just never really fucking bothered to do anything with it.
The real reward.
I was going to. Like, I was going to F her. I was going to do shit, but, like, legitimately, I never really cared. This might actually make me now fucking care. I can't wait to see more when it comes out. And don't forget, today is Nicole's birthday. It's a possibility that WUWA 2.8 is going to be dry. I mean, what's going to make it look like that, and I'm not sure if y'all guys care, but we'll go take a look at it real quick. it's practically the area. Apparently, it's kind of small. Wow, her dodge counter fucking slows down time. That is combat. Wow. 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 How long is that? Like, holy shit, I feel like that's kind of broken. Unless otherwise you hit the enemy or something after and they get right out of this stagnation state. Like, that's kind of dumb, but cool at the same time. So when I dodge counter an enemy, it stagnates the target. Like, I could understand if it did it for like a second or so, but that's like a whole whopping like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About what? 5 seconds like in that state. Like, it would be like 2 seconds or something. I would say that's a little bit better, but like that long, that just doesn't feel like that's intuitive to the combat. That feels like, no offense here, but that feels like the character is pussifying the fucking combat at that point. Okay, they updates like 1 second now. Okay, that's good then. I mean, I'm just saying, like, when I saw that, I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay, well, it says right here. I'm stupid. I didn't even look at this. Yeah, you see, that makes more sense. But then again, actually, that probably needs to be increased a little bit. That actually probably needs to be increased by at least another second or two. That needs to be increased, because what's the fucking point of that then? I mean, it can't be fucking 5 seconds long. It's got to be shorter, but it can't. I don't think it should be that short if you're going to try to implement that. Like, a good solid like 2 seconds, 3 seconds is fine. Just get like a couple of hits in type deal and get the fuck out. I'm fine with that. Because at that point in time, for just being like 1 second like that, it's like, what the fuck is that going to do? You might as well just fucking remove it. It's useless then at that point. Unless it's marking or something. Now, I'm just going to wait for 3.0 WUWA before I get back into WUWA. I want to see what they do with 3.0. God, the fucking wink at the end on this shit fucking gets me. I don't know why. Maybe that's how she got a Void Hunter title. She just winked at the mayor like this. Oh yeah, I'm your future Void Hunter, bitch. Just waiting on to see what happens. Shouldn't be much longer though till we get information, right? Till the beta comes out. Like 2.4 is coming right around the corner, so it shouldn't be too much longer until we get all that 2.5 juicy information. No. Feed. When they're gonna do the potential unlock, right? When they're gonna do the potential unlock for fucking Rena, it has nothing to do with Pin. It's actually gonna be a fucking new ability that says she can actually cook. That she actually learned how to cook. Do I think 4 stars will get a buff? Nah. I really don't think they would, but I would hope they do. Like, it's not a, like, I wouldn't mind it. I don't think they will. And if they do, it wouldn't be for a long time. To be completely honest. You know what? That's actually a good fucking question. Let's talk about that for a second. How many of these chicks are actually fucking virgins? Let's see. Definitely not a virgin.
I'll protect you from any danger.
Definitely not a virgin because she got drunk with Wise. You know that. You know something must have happened there.
My dream seems to have become a reality.
Definitely not a virgin, but probably doesn't even remember when the fuck she got fucked.
I've got your back.
Not a virgin. Definitely not a fucking virgin. Definitely. I mean, she's undercover. She probably fucked undercover, right?
Let's do something summery together.
Most likely a virgin.
But no scary
Until
stories.
she finds an asymmetrical fucking man who's got actually, you know, not a 6.1, not a 6.2, but an actual 6.0 or 6.5 fucking dick that's actually symmetrical. The veins have to be symmetrical before she would touch it. Definitely not a virgin. This did some things.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
Honest to God, probably a fucking virgin. Ji-won probably straight up a fucking virgin. I am not going to deny this. I think she would be. Anyone who says that she's not a virgin, I have to disagree. She is. Because she is completely too judgmental about herself that she would be trying to give, she would be like, you know, okay, let me put it like this. You two are alone. You're in the room. You're watching a video. She wants to give you head. She really wants to suck your dick. And she's going to be like, excuse me. And she's going to go into the bathroom for the next 6.5 hours, fucking arguing with herself and trying to be like, can I do this right? Can I do this? Is this going to be the right way? Am I going to be? And then by the time she comes out to where she's got the confidence in order to fucking do it, you're passed out on the fucking couch. Astriel, definitely not a virgin. She had to fuck some fucking goddamn record studio managers.
Eradicate all evil.
Miyabi? It depends on what you're talking about when it comes down to virgin. I'm pretty sure that before she got into melon, she probably tried eggplants. But if we're talking about like if she actually had physical contact with a man or some shit like that, yeah, definitely a virgin. Honestly, virgin.
Zanagi, awaiting orders.
Not a virgin.
You know,
Definitely a virgin.
like your scent. Want a glass of nitro fuel?
Definitely not a virgin.
Let's start the experiment.
This is a 50-50. This is a fucking 50-50. In the world of New Eridu, would there be a crazy enough man to plow the shit out of a woman that wants to fuck a robot? I'll stick away from all the kid-like characters. We're not talking about them. Anything that's really fucking short, not talking about it. That's a 50-50. I want to say she's not. I want to say Grace is not a virgin. But at the same point in time, I think that her obsessive talk about machinery would turn mass majority of men of New Eridu away from her, so she's probably is. Unless she's fucked Ben.
How can I help?
That's the only way I can see it. She must have fucked Ben if that had been the case.
Waking up at 8? I'm so tired.
Ellen's definitely a virgin. She would just chomp it off.
1, 2, yes, all accounted for.
Straight to a man's heart is going through their stomach. In the case of fucking Rena, if she can't fucking cook, she's definitely a virgin. There might be some crazy dude in New Eridu who fucked it, who could have possibly fucked Rena, but I don't fucking see it. Because I think that she is too fucking scary and ghostly, and her fucking cooking is complete fucking shit for her to even keep a fucking man there for fucking longer than fucking 5 minutes. Nicole, definitely not a virgin. A virgin.
Come on, let's get to work.
And our bro Anton right here is totally too dense to know what the fuck a virgin is.
Come to the seaside with me, Lord Faith.
What? Yeah. Vivian, straight up a virgin. She's saving herself for fucking Lord Faithin. She wants that Bell and Wise sandwich.
Ready for combat.
Original Anby here. Hot take, not a virgin. She actually fucking sold her body for a hamburger. What?
Why do I come in? Every time.
This is your fault, not mine.
It never fails.
This is your fault, not mine. I'm up here, been talking about this for like the last 10 fucking minutes, and you just came in at the tail end of this conversation where we're asking the question, are these characters virgins or not? So we're going through this. Like, definitely, like I said, this one is not a virgin, but she did not know she was fucked. That's completely a thing. This one is definitely not a virgin. She fucked an ethereal fucking monster. There's a good question whether or not this one is a virgin, to be completely honest. Because she probably killed the men that tried to fuck her, to be completely honest. But she's also lesbian. We already know Jane Doe is a fucking goddamn... She is not a fuck... 100%. She is not a fucking virgin. She has sucked some fucking dick. She's undercover cop. We've discussed, like, with Trigger, she's blind, but we're pretty sure she's fell on a banana once or twice. We've had the high school student right here that's a fucking goddamn not a virgin, because she... definitely fucking does not reek fucking I'm a virgin. This is definitely a fucking virgin because she's scared of everything asymmetrical, so the dick has to be completely symmetrical in order for her to even fucking look at it. So that means the veins, like if you got a vein on the right side, the vein on the left side better be exactly like the one on the right side. So it can't be thing. We already know that fucking each one here is a fucking not a virgin, 100 fucking %. Like this one right here. This one right here is definitely a fucking virgin because she's too judgmental. She's a type, like I said, like I'm going through the chat on this. I'm not cooked. Wife don't give a fuck about this. Like, she's too judgmental about things. This is a fucking singer. You know how it is. Taylor Swift, fucking sucked her fucking manager off a couple of fucking times and fucked him. So I'm sure Astra Yao fucked her goddamn fucking manager. Miyabi's all about the fucking sword here. She might have used the sword's fucking sheath for some things, to be honest. But I don't think she's ever touched a fucking man. When it comes to all the Onis and everything, I'm pretty sure the fucking goddamn Yaniki here has a fucking fetish for fucking Oni fucking dick. We already know that Seed's retarded to know what fucking sex is, so she's definitely a fucking virgin. So yeah, like we're just going through all the characters right now. We're just fucking looking at what's possibly a virgin, what's possibly not a virgin.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
The question is, did it fuck? You'd hardly having sex, but then not knowing it's kind of fucked up. Well, think about it. Think about it. She can't see faces, right? When she's in the hollow. So if someone fucked her from behind, she doesn't know if it was not an illusion that fucked her. All right. Now, when it comes to Orphe and Magus, though, right? Oh, wait, we forgot about these. Caesar is definitely 100% a fucking virgin. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She has not fucked yet. Because she is that fucking tomboy fucking girl that wants a fucking romantic relationship. That wants a relationship like in the movies and is going to be completely lying to everybody. And until someone fucking breaks the cover, right? Like legitimately would break Caesar's fucking cover, that's the only way she's gonna fuck. She is 100% a fucking virgin.
Let me finish my cup.
Cheng-Yi right here, straight up, is not a virgin. But she is also a fucking robot, and she's also like 100 years old. But I'm just saying that because during her oil filter changes, I'm pretty sure the fucking maintenance workers, treat her like a fucking goddamn fucking dead body on a fucking table and fucking, get paid to allow some fucking people to do some shit.
Standing by.
Soldier Ambi, all the Ambi clones, they're all not fuckable because I think actually their pussies are probably shut closed. I don't even think they know how to pee. Paltra. Definitely not a virgin. But hot take here. Paltra's a lesbian. She does not like dick. One 100%. She will fuck Bernice before any man.
Let's fire it up.
Straight up. Paltra is that type of girl. Now, when it comes to the men, Monato has banged the shit out of Yuzuha. I'm pretty fucking sure. I'm pretty sure fucking Monato's fucked Yuzuha, so I'm pretty sure he's no longer a fucking virgin.
I'm here.
Lighter? is 100% probably not a virgin, but he has no idea of any of the fucking women's names to fuck him that he's fucked. So he's forgotten every single woman's name. They told it to him one time. He was fucking them, and then he stopped in the middle of fucking doing it doggy style and fucking went to them and said, "Hey, what's your name again?" "My name is Sarah." "Okay." Fucking Jill. That's probably what fucking happened there. That's why he doesn't have an actual relationship, because he can't fucking remember names.
Man, as I rice is steel. I make a mean chitlins meal.
Pan? Pan's 100% a virgin right now, but after 2.4, he's not. Dylan's gonna fuck him because Dylan's all about pandas, and Dylan's got a panda fetish. So I could totally see her fucking riding his red rocket.
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
Hugo, 100% virgin. He wants to fuck Vivian. But Vivian won't fuck him. And Hugo seems like the type of classy guy that is not just going to fuck some random fucking girl. I'm going to go with that one. Again, Ben is probably the only one out of Bellabog that's fucked Grace. Because straight up, when this comes down to Anton, Anton hasn't fucked shit. Anton is too busy about the bro life, man. He's still living his goddamn fucking days in college, okay? He's still fucking living the fucking thing about ping pong balls and fucking beer, all right? He hasn't moved on in life. So, yeah, if anyone's fucking tapped the Grace ass, it's going to be fucking goddamn fucking Ben.
I'm at your disposal.
Lycon, when he's not a butler, he's the one that's getting fucked. That's why he's always talking about, like, master this. It's not like the fucking, you know, the Helsing what fucking goddamn shit where it's like Walter, you know, the butler shit, like master shit, like master proxy. No, the fact is that his fucking day job or his night job, however you want to look at it, in order to keep Victorian housekeeping going, because let's be completely honest, it's ran by a bunch of fucking, it's ran by number one. You gotta remember, fucking straight up, we got the fucking Victorian housekeeping that's ran by Lycon that is employing a fucking Five Nights by Freddy's fucking goddamn lore enthusiast that pretty much is fucking sleeping on the fucking job. We got a fucking goddamn maid here that does not know how to cook, and if she does not know how to cook, she probably does not know how to fucking clean. We got the fucking goddamn fucking childcare over here that legitimately is too fucking short to even dust the goddamn windows. So Victorian housekeeping's kind of fucked on the Better Business Bureau listing right here. So pretty much none of these motherfuckers actually know what the fuck they're doing. So in order to keep Victorian housekeeping going, to keep the cover going, Lycon has to fucking go out of his fucking way at night to be a fucking goddamn bondage fucking slave, to where that's the reason why he just fucking keeps it on, so that way he realizes that the rich old men and everything that's looking at him realizes he's into bondage, and that they can go ahead and they can fucking pester his hole. When it comes to Billy, I would assume Billy is not a virgin. Okay? But it's a possibility. There's I would say a 25% possibility that he is still a virgin, because some parts are still required for assembly, is all I'm going to say. I mean, Grace and Billy have a chance. Grace and Billy do have a chance. That's why I'm saying parts might still be required for assembly. Oh, Haramasa. Is Haramasa a virgin is the question. Haramasa,
Time to clock out.
I want to say, is not a virgin. I think that he might have tapped Yannicki's ass at least once or twice. But the reason why they're not in a relationship was because of domestic violence. Because he was bitch slapping her. Because he was having one of his PTSD moments one time while in the middle of fucking her, that he was choking the shit out of her, that she had to fucking kick him off, and she fucking said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And that's when they fucking discover that he's got a fucking drug addiction problem. And since then, he has sworn away from fucking any woman because he does not want to hurt them.
Only the asset confirmed.
I'm here, so we're good.
Again, Trigger, just put her in a fucking goddamn Japanese fucking train station. Every time she's bumping back and forth because she can't fucking see, she's fucking landing into a fucking goddamn fucking banana. If he doesn't take the drugs, he'll turn into ethereal. And then you see at that point in time, he could completely fuck goddamn Lucia. She would fucking love that shit. She would love to see a Haramasa fucking ethereal cock. Because we know she's not fucking no humans. She don't want to fuck a human. The Rule 34 proves this fucking method. Lucia is all about ethereal dick, so if Haramasa wants a fucking chance, Lucia is the chance. Explain the Yuzuha and the monotone one night stand. It was over noodles. That's all I'm going to say. There was a bowl of noodles on the table, and things just happened. But then when Alice came in, Yuzuha has been trying her best to explore her bisexuality because she's really into girls as well. So like Yuzuha is all about dick and pussy. So I can see Yuzuha is just using Monoto to get her kicks off until she can get into that Alice fucking shit.
Oh, but no scary stories.
How can I help?
Again,
Do you want me to
Dylan's all about fucking Ben.
Please forgive me
Hugo,
for stealing the moon.
he's just waiting. He's just biding his time, waiting that Lord Fafen disappoints fucking Vivian so he can get into her pants. Now, we gotta get to fucking we got two more we gotta get into. Orphe and Magus. Orphe is 100% a virgin. Magus isn't. When Orphe's asleep, right? Magus was fucking straight up. Let's just say it like this. They were at the video shop. Orphe went to sleep. Magus was fucking using that fucking clunking teeth right there on something that was long and shafty on Wise. And Magus was alerting Wise that you can detach me and there's a hole down there. I've already done this to the WUWA roster. I've already done this to the WUWA roster before. Hey, Logan, open the door for Naomi. Huh? All right. Yes, we'll watch a movie here in a minute. I'll get off for you, okay? Okay.
Did you call me?
Nekomata. I don't consider Nekomata a childlike character. I'm going to tell you right now, Nekomata is fucking one of those fucking 30-year-old fucking girls that fucking puts on a lot of fucking makeup to make themselves look younger than what they actually fucking are. And she's fucking actually probably got some saggy tits under that fucking goddamn fucking dress. Straight up, because the thievery and shit, she's definitely not a virgin. But the thing about her that I could see is that she, and the reason why she and like Nicole are would be really good friends, it's probably because they opened up an OnlyFans together. And that's why there's a barcode on top of her fucking goddamn head there, is because when you scan that fucking barcode, you go straight to Nekomata's fucking OnlyFans. Piper, yeah, Piper is actually older, 100%. She's a virgin. She's definitely a fucking virgin. 100%. She's too busy fucking sleeping to give a fuck. If anything's ever touched that shit, it was the truck. It was the fucking wrench of the fucking truck. She passed the fuck out and it slipped in. That's all I can say. She too fucking tired to fucking even give a fuck. Oh, we forgot about it. But fuck, 100% fucking virgin. He tries too fucking hard. He's a femboy. If anything, Seth also has an OnlyFans with only fucking one subscriber on there, with only one fucking internet fucking subscriber, and I'm pretty sure we can figure out who that fucking crazy motherfucker is. That dude is fucking telling. That dude fucking keeps. That dude would be the one that would keep messaging Seth on OnlyFans, saying, "I'll send you $100 if you slap fucking peanut butter in your dick." But Jane X Seth is canon. Oh, that's not canon. That's definitely not canon. That is Jane Doe using Seth, and then once they were out the situation, she don't give a fuck about Kitty Cat Boy no more. What Seth is to fucking Jane Doe is not a relationship. It's not a relationship. Okay. I'm not sure if anyone's going to know what I'm talking about here, but there is some fucking women that I know of that is quote unquote in a relationship, but they're not in a relationship. These are women, and I consider Jane Doe this type of character. All right. Jane Doe is not a good woman in this regards. They're about the fucking power. They're the type of girl that's going to go up to a fucking man and be like, you really know, I really would like a bagel from fucking Paris. Right? And they're implying it so fucking seductively, everything else, that the fucking dude just jumps out of his fucking seat, fucking gets a plane, goes to fucking Paris, comes back to give her a fucking bagel, and she walks the fuck off, eating it. It's about the power dynamic. It's not a relationship. It's just basically, she knows he's fucking there. She knows she could get shit out of him. And the only way that fucking relationship would ever actually turn to where she actually would fucking quote unquote love him is the fucking moment that Seth actually fucking just ignores her. And that's never going to happen. Because in Seth's eyes, he's trying to say she's a good person and I can change her. When you're not going to change her until you change yourself. Me's hating on Seth, dude.
If you need help, call me anytime.
If anything, Seth is probably, you know, probably doesn't even know how to use his fucking dick, to be honest. And again, I kind of feel like, I'll be honest, I also kind of feel like Seth would not be in a relationship because I think he would be that law-abiding citizen. I'm about the law. The law is for me. I shall be the law. He's fucking like, he in his mind, he thinks he's fucking Judge Dredd. That he is the jury, the executioner. He is the jury, the judge, and the executioner. That's what he thinks he is. When all he is just a little kitty cat that's just going to sit on someone's lap and purr. Dude, she can't fuck. Like, she's got the cake, right? She's got the fucking cake, but she cannot fuck. Because she's too fucking judgmental about it. She is straight up too judgmental. This is the type of girl that would be sucking your dick and asking every 5 seconds, is she doing it right? Is she doing it right? Is this okay? Do you like this? It would get fucking annoying. That's why, like I said, to fucking ease the fucking tension here, she's the type of girl that's probably would fucking, you know, get that fucking moment where she knows she's going to get fucked and she would run into the bathroom and stay in there for 6 hours talking to herself, trying to hype herself up. And when she finally came out, the guy would be fucking passed the fuck out. And try to be nice with her. Otherwise, she would be taking it, right? Wise would be fucking the shit out of her. And every 5 seconds be like, is it good? Is it great? Like, this feels amazing, but is it good for you? Is it good for you? Am I doing it right? Am I in the right position? Can you see my tits? Like, is everything great? And then all of a sudden, Wise's fucking boner will just fucking go limp. Because either that or you would need some fucking duct tape to duct tape the fucking mouth shut in order to shut her ass up. Because she's going to ruin the fucking mood. Bella and Wise, that's definitely not fucking virgins. They fucked each other. It is a fucking 50-50 shot that fucking brother and sisters are going to fucking, their first sexual experience is going to be with themselves. And I'm pretty sure for Wise and Belle's case, that actually fucking happened. It was a one-time thing. They were just experimenting, and that was it. And they never talk about it ever again. No, they're both non-virgins. They're both. But you see, like, that leads into the, like, I still, like, I'm leading into this, like, is Evelyn a fucking virgin or not? Because I don't think she's fucked a man. And I don't think she's gotten that close yet to Astra Yao to actually fucking lick the pussy. I think she's close to it. I think she's close to getting Astra Yao in bed. but it's not there exactly yet. The only excuse that I'm going to give to say that she is not a virgin is that she is a person when she gets drunk, she makes horrible fucking choices. So probably every sexual experience that she's ever had is when she was drunk. Like, that's the only way I can see Evelyn fucking. Is that she had one too fucking many. And she made a poor fucking decision intoxicated. And like I said, again, for Lighter, every woman he's ever fucked, he does not remember their names. So he's on top of fucking Ashley, giving it to her, and he's asking her the question, what's your name again? And she's like, my name's Ashley. Oh, okay. And then he fucking calls Ashley fucking Judy. And then after the fact and everything's done and everything, and Ashley wants fucking more Lighter dick, he looks at his phone, she calls, he's like, who the fuck is Ashley? And doesn't answer. Thinks it's a wrong number. It's a spam call at that point. I don't care as long as it's him. Are you fucking shitting me? I would think women would care about that. Y'all want to be caressed. You want to be loved. You just don't want a fucking one night fucking stand. Like, I'll be honest with you. I like talking about like that in a sense, right? I don't think women fucking actually want one night stands and shit. Like when they say, you know, when some women go out, like, I want to be friends with benefits and shit. That's not what the fuck they mean. That's a fucking entrapment, man. That means that they want to quote unquote have a sexual relationship without fucking any feelings, right? And then all of a sudden they end up getting those feelings any which way, shape, form, no matter what. And when they finally get those feelings, it is then, you know, completely fucking different. It's entrapment. You can't trust it. That's what my boyfriend is for. It's okay. We goon together. Dude, I had this conversation with someone. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? I got someone who's at work. I'm not going to mention their name, but I got someone at work who's in a fucking open relationship. And it's like, this dude is like, you know, fucking other women, and this girl is fucking other fucking men and other girls and all this other shit. And he's like, he's explaining all this shit. And she's just like, it's the best fucking life he's ever had. I'm just like, how the fuck do you fucking think that's the what? Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, you're the type of person that your girl's okay with you fucking other girls. You're okay with her fucking other dudes. Yeah, perfectly fucking fine with that. He's like, because look, sex doesn't determine a relationship. I don't know about that one, bro. I think it does. I think that when it comes into like the talks of fucking sex and shit, that 110% fucking matters in a relationship. Because that would basically make me feel like if, you know, bro, it made me, that would be like one of those situations where if a fucking girl is fucking another dude and I'm in that relationship, that makes it fucking seem like I would be completely inadequate for her. Like, how does this fucking work? But it's like I told him, it's like, you do you, boo boo. I'm good. But it's like this new day and age of like how people are defining relationships and shit is just weird to me. Get rid of all these. Yeah. Some people are just built different. Well, I guess. Like, it's one thing to fucking goon, right? Like, even my fucking wife's the type of girl that's gonna fucking look at another woman and shit and be like, nice fucking tits. It's one thing to fucking goon, but other than that, wait, what? What the fuck is this? WUWA is so dry. Bro got on ZZ players' case just to because they praised their game. You don't see ZZZ players doing this to anyone. Wait. Gameplay is average, action slop. You won't find anything new here. Stories mid as hell. 1.4 patch was a one-time wonder. Devs, listen to your wallets because the game low-key underperforming. Ain't shit is redesigned. Buffs keep old characters at around the same in the meta. God damn. You can praise ZZZ without lying, bro. It's a game for certain audiences and will remain as such. No need to hype this shit up with excellent story and character kit redesign. Post L and Joe walking that would do most of the marketing. You want leagues to be better. What the fuck was the original post? At this point, why you're not playing ZZ? Amazing gameplay, gooning, excellent story, devs listens to community, gooning, redesign of old characters, literally buffing them so they can be playable even in in-game. Dude was praising his fucking game, and this fucking dude just came out of the fucking woodworks just to shit on it. Bro, what if that would be the WUWA fucking combat event? Like, Kuro is doing on purpose, right? Not to put combat events in the game because the real combat is to stir up drama. That they need the marketing so bad. Let's go see what the replies are. Afix when you see someone praise ZZZ. when ZZ isn't praised for gooning because that's the whole purpose in life. The game is fine, to be honest. The only issue I have is how predatory the end game is. It might be a skill issue, but why they give stage buffs based on the latest characters, like the latest combat trials have buffs specifically for a thing. I never liked the shilling that the current on-banner characters receive in many of these games. It's stupid FOMO for what is given to you for like 5 pulls at most. Describing WUWA, lol. WUWA doesn't buff characters, LMAO. ZZ shields are wrong as usual. All information comes from WUWA players. Calculating controversially odds. Processing 1, 10, 100. Controversial odds calculate 60%, 67% chance to cause drama. High risk of being, quote, saying you play WUWA. Can this man get a burger without people pointing the drama post nowadays? At the very least, we could all agree that it has a better story than Star Rail. We can bump this comment. Let's invite the HSR tribalism here too, and the Genshin dudes will come up by themselves because nobody invites their ass anyway. Holy shit! I don't think it's average action slot. It's quite play a game with a loop like ZZZ, although I haven't played many action games. It's also performing about the same as WUWA. Don't ruin my bait post. Don't you see how much gacha tribalism is generating just because WUWA's main account posted this? Des listens to your wallet because the game's low-key underperforming. Well, duh. That's how WUWA got its 2.0, because low-key it was underperforming and bottom lining like crazy on its way to EOS 2. Buffs are for that older characters keep them in the meta, get reworked too, not drop lower. 2.0 was developed in 4 patches. Money earned hardly made a difference for it since it works around a year already. Buffs are useless. Ellen still dropped to tier of Haramasa, and SO got higher because of buffs. But because of Orphe, no positive meta impact. This is funny. This is funny. I agree. There's nothing amazing compared to non-gacha games, but you are a WUWA player, so it's like the pot calling the kettle black or back. I will subtly invalidate your point because of personal bias, since it's inconceivable for me that a person who plays gacha game A can validate points on gacha game B. Still, the best story of all the gachas actually animated and doesn't take 10 hours to complete. WUWA is the one actually animated because ZZ stays in place for hours during the story, sometimes has cutscenes. Also takes longer than WUWA on average. WUWA fans can't accept that other games are being good. Where have I seen those before? Oh yes, Genshin fans. You guys are just becoming the thing you hate. Funny how instead of actually addressing what I've said, you think I must accept the game is good, bringing in pointless tribalism since I'm a WUWA player. Try arguing the points for a change. Might explain your mind a little bit. Might expand your mind a little. Okay, I gotta see this one. You didn't even count as WUWA fans. That's why I put asterisks. Real WUWA fans play their own game without bitching about other games. Also, I didn't say you have to accept the game. Save us some time and just tell me, will you ever actually address what I've said, or will you continue to have PTSF from all the shadows you are oh my fucking god. Address what? You're saying that without actually playing the game for yourself, that someone who played the game was listening, not true, and then it shows that they actually played the fucking game. Those 87 days active are proving you're wrong, though. Yeah, I don't do dailies. Log in for 1-2 weeks per patch. Do I need to do dailies every day to know every bit of information about the game? Action Slap XSD just said that your average action game. You did not defend that game, by the way. All the gameplay I've seen is quite boring. Slop sounds funny. Where does that tier list come from? My ass. One point four tried to tie the narrative and current patches benefit a lot from it. So it was a really special patch story-wise for ZZZ. Sadly, nothing like this happened yet again as of yet. Well, we might get there. Dude, this person is just fucking with people. This person made one fucking post and it's just, holy shit, it is just getting. Look, you guys probably don't like what Alf right here, XI, said, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest, right? This person straight up made one post and is responding to every single person, and every person who's given this attention right now is straight up just fueling the fucking fire. This is what it is. This is oh god, like they just want attention. It's an attention seeker. And people are doing exactly what the person wants, which is give them attention. Damn, that is fucking hilarious. Goddamn, I haven't looked at the drama channel like the last 2 days, and like, holy fuck, it is filled. I think later today, after I do some shit today, I think like we're just gonna do a whole fucking entire fucking let's farm the fucking drama and just see what the fuck's going on. But I think I'm gonna call it for right now. My son wants to watch a fucking movie, and I kind of want to take a little bit of a nap because in about 4 hours from now, I'm gonna be on the fucking road. I got to go to my mom's and go handle a situation over there because apparently her monitor for her computer system is no longer working. So probably going to go buy her a fucking new monitor and hook that up. And I'm probably just going to buy her like a fucking TV set and fucking get like a fucking 40-inch fucking TV set because she's blind as a fucking bat, basically. So that way she could actually fucking look at shit. So I'm going to call it. You all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow or later today.